And so finally, I now have the balls to tell my boys that no, tell my boss. Alright, so I was actually very scared of beaming because of the consequences. The word I've used. So now the ish. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Titus and I'm back with another banging video. So if you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe, like this video and share it with your friends. If you're not new, welcome back. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys my first ever heartbreak story. Yeah. So actually, this is one thing that I've noticed. I don't know if it's only me, but when you get your heart broken, it affects your stomach and somehow you lose your appetite. I think that's why like most people when they are heartbroken they don't eat. Alright, so without wasting much of your time, let's get right into this video.
Getting deeper and deeper. Say, baby, are you used to me? It ain't nothing that I'm used to seeing. Let's get trippy after sex.
Alright, so let's get right into this. Actually, this is based on a true story. It's something that happened to your boy. Yeah, so it was in 2017. 2017, when I was in my 8th grade, I went to a new school. That was actually a boarding school. So your boy was fresh there and didn't know a lot. I was actually learning everything from scratch. I was learning everything. So now this is what used to happen like on a daily basis. Every time after supper I would have like an hour before going for study. And then during that 1 hour, like a lot of people would talk to the people they loved, talk to girls and all that. And actually, I mean for guys, just now if you talk to a girl during that period, then you're happening like that. So now your boy was only 12, didn't know a lot, and then there was this one girl that I used to talk to. We're in the same grade, but different classes. She was in class A and I was in class B. So we're going to call her, what name? Alright, okay, we'll call her Whoopi. Yeah, Whoopi. I think girls are named Whoopi as well. Yeah, we'll call her Whoopi. So yeah, so me and Whoopi used to talk like on a daily basis, every day, and actually some people thought we were a thing. So now the thing kept on going, like we talk on a daily basis. If we don't talk, she'll check on me, I'll check on her. We're very close like that. We're best friends. I don't even know if I can say best friends. Yeah, we used to talk like we'd share everything. Yeah. Then now, oh yeah, so we used to talk like every day. And for that reason, since we used to talk every day, your boy started liking her. If anything, that's like my first crush, like the first person I ever liked. I was only 12, so you should understand me. And whatever happened should be understood. So now we're going to call this girl Whoopi. So me and Whoopi continued talking like that. So first term was over. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't tell her that no, this is what the boy was feeling. Went to second term. Second term was going down just like that. Then I told my boys, like the people I used to hang out with, I told them like, yo, I like this girl, this is how I feel about this girl. And they were like, no, this girl actually likes you. Looking at how we used to talk, she used to update my notes, she used to do everything for me, like we're very much close. I think that's the main reason why I liked her. And I was also convinced that she liked me because of just that we used to share everything. So now they told me I should shoot my shot. The drama now began. So, and then there was this one thing, when you beam, like the whole school would know that. And then for us guys, it was a very big deal. And yes, I was like very scared of beaming because of what was going to happen after. If I beamed, like ons were going to roast me, ons were going to laugh at me, and that was like my biggest fear. So I decided to do this without letting any of my boys know about it. So this one time during night study, since she was in the other class, I decided to write a note. Like I noted down everything I felt about her, and asked one of my friends, like the one I was female friend actually I was in the same class with, to take it to her since they were friends. I told her not to open it, and fortunately she obeyed it. So she gave her the note. Then the following day, she gave her the note in the night. Then the following day, the following morning, I went to her. I was like, "Did you receive the note?" In a low tone, she was like, "Yes, I did." Then I was like, "What do you think about it?" She was like, "Nah, give me some time. I need to think." So it's like, "All right, cool." She changed. She never used to sound like this all the time, but I noticed the change. Then I just ignored it. Once the change was like, maybe it's love. I was convinced it was love because of what she sounded. I actually gave her the time to think. She I asked her like the following day again, so like she had 24 hours to think, one more day to think. And then she told me, no, Titus, I still need to think about this. Then now I started getting scared. I was like, nah, she's taking way too long. 24 hours, one day she's telling me that she's still thinking. So now I went to talk to one of my boys. Like this one, we weren't that much close, but we used to talk like that. So I asked him indirectly. I was like, yo, if you want something and then you don't know how to get it, what do you do? And then funny enough, this guy told me, if you want something, what he does is fast. When he fasts, he gets that thing. He even gave me an example. It was like, when I was a kid, I wanted a dog. I told my dad I wanted a dog. And then apparently the dad didn't get him the dog, but when he fasted, the dad managed to get him a dog. So I was like, all right, I think this is what I should do. I should also fast for this. I should pray to God and tell God that this is what I want. Perhaps it will happen and work. So the following day, I decided to start fasting. In the morning, I don't go for breakfast. My boys actually thought it was just a normal thing. Like up to now, I haven't yet told them that I asked her out. So now I am now fasting. This day, I don't go for breakfast. It's break time, we go. Like usually at break time we used to go to the hostels and have something to eat. I didn't eat anything that time. So they are wondering why the boy is not eating. And then there's one thing I didn't do. Actually, when you're fasting, you're supposed to pray, but I wasn't praying. I was just fasting for nothing. Then now lunchtime came. I didn't go for lunch. I skipped the lunch meal. Yeah, sorry, I had to cut the video. Something came up. So yeah, that day I skipped lunch, and then yeah, I didn't have my lunch. Then now, like, I was super hungry. You just know, I didn't have breakfast. I didn't even have lunch. I was super hungry. And then now I'm thinking to myself, if I don't even have my supper, then I think I would die or something will happen to me, because the entire day without eating, man, that's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, so now, um, I asked her before I broke the fast, before supper. I asked her, I was like, I said to myself, I was like, I'll ask her. She'll tell me yes, then I'll go and have my supper. But it didn't work like that. So I asked her, I was like, yo, now tell me, like, have you thought about it? Because I'd given her 2 days to think. This is now day 2. Then she's like, no, I still need to think about it. Like, what? You still need to think about it? This being 2 days. But I didn't say that to her. I was like, all right, cool, you can continue thinking about it as long as the response will be positive. Well, I gave her the time to think. Then now, I was super hungry, so I ate my supper. That's how I broke the fast. Then now, during night study, she sent me a note and was like, now I'll give you the response on break. And that was very convincing enough that she was going to say yes, because she sent me a note. And I was super happy. So break time, I went to her. Then she was like, Titus. She was like, Titus, you actually want to know what I have to say to you? I was like, yeah, you can now tell me. Then she's like, I don't want. Mans was broken. Just that same I don't want. I actually couldn't understand what she meant by I don't want. I was like, what do you mean you don't want? And she was like, nah, my parents told me not to do it. This is actually funny. Yeah, the reason was her parents told her not to do it. Her parents didn't allow her to be in any relationship or whatsoever. So she said no. Now this was too much for me to hold. I was heartbroken, so I had to tell my boys about it. And then finally, I now have the balls to tell my boys that I asked her out. So, but like when I was telling them, I actually told them with conditions. I was like, yo, so this is what happened. I asked her this girl and she said no. So we need to keep this on the low. No one should know about it, because if people go to know about it, the rumors, the story was going to spread like the whole school, and everyone was going to be talking about it. Like, no, this and that. The boy beamed, and I didn't want that to happen to me. So, unfortunately, my boys were real enough. The story didn't even blow as much. So they're like, nah, we won't let this slide like this. We'll talk to the girl on your behalf. Maybe there's something you didn't do right. So they called her by the classes. That was on a weekend. They called her by the classes. They told her everything. I don't know. They talked to her on my behalf. I don't know what they say to her because I wasn't there. Then after they talked to her, they were like, nah, Titus will come and talk to you. That's why I went there to talk to Hope. Then now, I talked to her. I didn't have much courage to talk to her. So I just went to class and I was like, yeah, so those guys, they've already told you, and whatever they told you is all I had to say to you. And it's like, all right, okay, give me another day to think. And now bear in mind that this is 4 days. If we give her this other day to think, it will now be 5 days, because that time we give her 3 days, and the other day, yeah. So it's now 5 days she's thinking about it. And then on the 5th day, this is what she says to me. She still says the same thing. No, Titus, I can't do this. my parents told me not to date. That was like the only reason she was giving me. So now I actually gave up. I was now done. I was like, nah, I'm broken, so it's just like this. But I don't know what came to my mind. Then I told this one guy. He was a big boy. He was my senior. I told him the whole story. Then he was like, nah, you got this. I'll talk to her on your behalf. So it was after supper. He called the girl. We're the three of us now. So he's now telling the girl like, no, this guy likes you. When you look around in this school, okay, that was like the worst pickup line I've ever heard. It was like this, like, wow. So he's referring to me, right? He's like, this guy is like the best guy you ever get in school. He's hot, he's handsome, he's what. It's like, okay, he's doing it. I was a kid actually. I also didn't know what to do. I was just, but this guy actually made it like worse for me. Though he told me some sensible stuff before talking to girls, like, nah, you should be confident, just be there, know what you're saying, be confident like that. And then after he says those same things, like, no, this guy is hot, the guy you deserve and whatnot, he now leaves the two of us together and says, you can now talk to the girl. And then he leaves. Then now I'm there like, yeah, so how are you? How have you been? Have you eaten? Just saying some dumbass things. I didn't know what to say. I was a kid, guys, please understand me. So now she now says, Titus, I think we've talked about this enough. This is now my final answer to you. I don't think we can do this simply because my parents told me not to be in a relationship. Maybe you should find another person that you can be in a relationship with. And just like that, that's how I gave up on her. I gave her all the time to think. Guys, I did everything I could possibly do for me to get her. And still she said no. So yeah, that's how it ended. The boy was broken. That's like my first ever heartbreak. So yeah, you tell me what you'd love to see more. Tell me what you think about this video. Don't forget to leave a comment, share this video with your friends. Yeah, peace out.
So I just realized that I don't have an outro, but soon enough I'll work on one. Anyways, thanks for watching to the end. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, drop a comment and tell me what you think about it. Yeah, peace.
Getting deeper and deeper. Say, baby, are you used to me? It ain't nothing that I'm used to seeing. Let's get trippy off this.